In the height of her fame, Jacqueline Bisset was considered to be one of the most beautiful women in all of Hollywood. Her immense beauty has seen her romantically pursued by stars like Frank Sinatra and Marlon Brando, but her picky romantic tastes proved impenetrable for the two icons. She's also the godmother of Angelina Jolie, and she's still working incredibly hard in the entertainment industry today, with recent roles in films such as Birds of Paradise. Though Jacqueline is still alive, she's best remembered for her roles in films such as Bullitt and The Deep during her early career. Join Facts First as we explore how young Jacqueline Bisset is the most irresistible woman in Hollywood. Jacqueline Bisset was a 1970s sex symbol. Jacqueline Bisset had been working in Hollywood for a while before she secured her iconic sex symbol role in the 1977 film The Deep. However, it was her role in that film that helped solidify her status as one of the hottest stars in Hollywood at the time. Prior to her performance in The Deep, she'd made a name for herself with roles in features like Casino Royale and Bullitt. It's 1968's Bullitt that arguably stands as the most critically acclaimed and culturally significant film the actress has been involved in. But it was her turn in The Deep a decade later that left a bigger impression on audiences. Since The Deep, she's continued working and is still acting in the entertainment industry today. The actress has brushed shoulders with many Hollywood luminaries over the years, and she has many interesting stories about her Hollywood past, including the fact that Frank Sinatra romantically pursued her. Jacqueline's early life. Jacqueline Bisset was born September 13, 1944 in England. As a child, she began modeling with the dream of saving up enough money to pay for acting lessons. She also took dancing lessons and had hopes she'd be able to make it in the industry soon enough. The young girl's dreams paid off eventually, and she was soon on her way to Hollywood. Her first big role came via the James Bond parody Casino Royale, released in 1967. Jacqueline's role saw her play an attractive Bond girl, though she's not often credited with being a former Bond girl due to the fact that the parody film isn't part of the official James Bond film franchise. And yet the film ended up bringing Jacqueline to the public eye. Following that, she went on to receive bigger and bigger roles, leading to her iconic sex symbol appearance in 1977's The Deep. The first film she ever appeared in was Roman Polanski's Cul-de-sac, which was released in 1966. Jacqueline made a name for herself in Hollywood. In the days where Jacqueline appeared in Roman Polanski's Cul-de-sac, the director wasn't yet a controversial figure, and the actress claims she got quite a bit out of seeing the way he worked. She claims she wasn't entirely sure if being in the industry was right for her during the time she appeared as an extra in the film, but watching Roman work showed her there was more to Hollywood than she realized. Following her appearance in Casino Royale, she could be seen acting alongside two notable male stars in 1968. Those were Frank Sinatra and Steve McQueen. She appeared alongside Sinatra in The Detective and alongside Steve McQueen in Bullitt. While working with Sinatra, Jacqueline apparently made quite an impression. It seems Frank did everything he could to get his hands on the burgeoning star, though she wasn't won over by the legendary crooner's advances. That same year, she also appeared in a popular film called The Sweet Ride. Her performance in this film garnered her a Golden Globe Award for New Star of the Year. It certainly seemed at the time that the actress had a promising career ahead of her, and she made good on this promise. Before we tell you more about that, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Jacqueline went from parodying to being parodied. In 1970, Jacqueline was given a role in the blockbuster disaster film Airport, which would later go on to be used as the main basis for the parody film Airplane. Whereas Jacqueline had started out her acting career in parody films instead of the real thing, by 1970 she was a big enough star to be the actress that other films were parodying. Another notable role for Jacqueline in the early 70s came via a film called The Life and Time of Judge Roy Bean. It was directed by John Huston and written by John Milius, and it was also notable for starring Paul Newman. The Deep made Jacqueline a sex symbol. While all of Jacqueline's prior roles had taken advantage of her good looks, The Deep took things a step farther with its titillating footage of the star wearing a t-shirt that had been soaked through to the point of being see-through. Audiences understandably flocked to the film for the opportunity to see that, which was promised to them via a controversial promotional poster. It featured Jacqueline in her wet t-shirt, and it served as a promise to the audience they'd see more if they put down the money for a ticket. Audiences saw the film in droves, and Jacqueline's appearance once again solidified her status as one of the preeminent sex symbols of the time. Sadly, the experience wasn't entirely a positive one for the actress, as she wasn't completely comfortable with how her image was being used to sell the film. According to Jacqueline, she fought hard to change the way The Deep was being sold to audiences. She didn't want to be known as a sex symbol and would have instead preferred for the film to have been advertised based on her acting abilities. While The Deep was a major success and made Jacqueline more popular than ever, the success wasn't completely welcome in the star's eyes. 1983's Class made Jacqueline a slightly older sex symbol. By the 1980s, Jacqueline Bisset was getting slightly on in years and had to think of a clever way to still stand out. A great role for the actress ended up coming her way via the 1983 film Class, which cast her as a Mrs. Robinson-style seductress. The film starred 80s idols Andrew McCarthy and Rob Lowe, though it was Jacqueline who left the biggest impression on audiences. It showcased Jacqueline's hot older woman character seducing her son's best friend, played by McCarthy. Audiences at the time loved Jacqueline in the role of the older seductress and couldn't help but imagine themselves in Andrew's shoes. Jacqueline is still working and still growing. Jacqueline Bisset has had several long-term romantic partners over the course of her life, but has never been married or had kids. Still, the actress has a pretty famous goddaughter in the form of Angelina Jolie. Jacqueline and Jon Voight have always been good friends, and the latter thought of the former immediately when trying to decide on a godmother for his newborn daughter Angelina. Jacqueline's still working today at age 77. Her most recent notable appearance was in the 2021 Amazon Studios film Birds of Paradise. The actress likes to serve as a mentor for young women today in the wake of the Me Too movement, and she isn't afraid to talk about the times during her Hollywood career when she didn't feel totally in control as a woman, such as during the filming of The Deep. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Jacqueline Bisset? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. By the way, if you haven't joined FactsVerse as a member yet, be sure to look below this video and click the join button. By becoming a paid member of FactsVerse, you'll get access to exclusive video content that you won't find anywhere else. This includes some of our more mature content that isn't suitable for public audiences, which includes topics like Hollywood actresses who posed for Playboy and some of the steamiest moments in movie history. Plus, you can enjoy these videos completely ad-free. Our biggest fans will notice they also get badges next to their name when they leave comments on our videos. We pay special attention to comments from our members, and so do other viewers. So if you want exclusive content from FactsVerse or inside access to discussions with other community members, click the join button to get started for just $4.99. There are hours of members-only videos waiting for you, with new videos added every month. And we're actively working on bringing even more features to help fans like you connect with other members and get more of your favorite content. Just click join, and we'll see you inside the membership tab.